So number one, Nigerians are typically wary of e-commerce purchases, because we're used to walking into a store to buy something. E-commerce is not something we are very comfortable with. And number two, in making skincare, haircare decisions, we like to ask questions to be sure what we're getting and what is right for us. So how we've been able to successfully run this brand for the last 9 years, being 100% e-commerce up till just last year. It was only last year we started allowing walk-in customers, has mainly been due to the use of WhatsApp. So I tell people that I'm an Instagram seller and the WhatsApp seller as well. So I'm just going to dive into how WhatsApp has helped us a lot with customer relationship management, not just in recruiting new customers, but in also retaining our old customers. I'm very happy to say that we have a lot of customers who have stayed with us from the very, very business, and WhatsApp has played no small role in helping us to manage those customers. Um, so the first thing I'm going to talk about is the CRM is a customer relationship management tool. It's a system. My staff is that in order to improve something, you need to first of all understand it. You can't control something you don't understand. And before you understand something, you need to be intimately involved with it. You need to know it. You need to have all your 10 fingers on it, as it were. So for any system to be organized, you need or improved, before you get to a point where you can improve something, you need to be in control of it. So a CRM tool helps you to control your customer relationship management. It helps you to get to know your customers, see their value to you, their name. It goes beyond just a name. It goes to their number, their address, what they like, what they don't like, what guides their buying decisions, how they buy. When you understand these trends, then you're able to take decisions as a service provider or manufacturer so that you're giving your customers what they want. Because we're in business to sell. So you cannot just sell what you think will work. You have to give them what they want. Now enter WhatsApp. WhatsApp has over 2 billion users worldwide, and it has a specific tool for business known as WhatsApp for Business, which currently has over 5 million users. Now, I'm sure as CEOs, a lot of us are familiar with newsletters. I know at some point or another, we would have met somebody who has told us that we should try to do newsletters. They will help us with our business and all of that. I'm sure that some of us have even ventured into it. While newsletters are a very useful tool, again, the peculiarities of Nigerian markets are such that we don't really read our email. You check your email for important updates, that thing you're waiting for, that thing you're looking forward to, not somebody that's trying to sell something to you. In fact, most of the time, once you see the subjects that they're trying to sell you something, you probably just skip it and move on to something that's more important for you. The open rate for newsletters is quite low. I think the open rate for newsletters is about 6%. Now, if the open rate for WhatsApp messages is 98%, which means that 98% of WhatsApp messages get opened. Now, this is amazing. And it's simply because the way WhatsApp was designed, it's such an intimate part of our daily lives. I mean, I don't know anybody who doesn't have WhatsApp. Do you know anybody who doesn't have WhatsApp? I mean, even the grannies and granddads at this point, everybody has WhatsApp. In fact, it's like the grannies and granddads are even the they're the kings and queens of WhatsApp right now, always sending you those horrible those horrible WhatsApp messages. They're the ones that know what's going on right now.
Messages.
Exactly. They've gone to the University of WhatsApp. That's where the latest gist is. So because WhatsApp is so comfortable, on Facebook, on TikTok, on Instagram, we've learned to filter out the business ads from the things that we really want to see. On social media, we follow what we're interested in. We can't escape the ads, but our minds know how to filter out the ads. So you just, except it's something that really catches your attention, you are looking for what, the musician or the friend or the thing that you're interested in. But on WhatsApp, because we are used to it being a tool of communication that goes and comes. We're both sending it and receiving it. We're very comfortable with it, so we just open it. And because I think another thing, because they don't really run ads on WhatsApp, we're comfortable in WhatsApp. So people tend to open messages more on WhatsApp. Now, that's a very easy way for you as a business owner to take advantage because you know the customer is relaxed with this channel. Then it's a beautiful channel. Contacted you once, you save their number, you get them to save yours. You've opened that channel and it stays open as long as you continue to send them useful information. Now, more beautiful is that 80% of messages are seen within 5 minutes of sending. And I love that very much because in sales, urgency is so important. Imagine you send a message to 100 people and you know that within the first 10 minutes, the people who answer you, those are the people you need to focus on because those people, they're interested, they are available, you have their attention in that moment and you can lock that sale down. So WhatsApp is so great for you as a business owner. Now, another thing to note is that these days people prefer chats to calls. These days, calls seem to be intrusive, chats are more relaxed, chats just seem to go better with the current lifestyle of people these days, which makes WhatsApp still a more interesting tool for us to use. Now, the first thing I'm going to talk about with WhatsApp that allows you to do is your marketing. I know a lot of us have WhatsApp for business. I have conversations with people where they say they have WhatsApp for business, but I don't know if you're familiar with the power that WhatsApp puts in your hand. Now, you know, normally when you click on that picture, the profile picture, if the person has a WhatsApp for business account, you can see a profile. Our profile allows you to have, I think, 180 characters where you can do a short bio about what your business does. Depending on what you are selling and who your target audience is, that is a very easy way for you to sell yourself to anyone. To your Facebook. I think it allows you to put one website link and 3 social media channels or something like that. So it gives the customer options to seek you out and do their research about you. For many people, a website is not comfortable, but a lot of people are comfortable with Instagram and TikTok and Facebook. So the customer will just click on whichever one is familiar to them. And from your timeline, they have a very good idea of who you are and whether you are genuine. Because I think the most valid, the top line concern for customers for e-commerce business is whether you are genuine or not. So if they can click on your social media and they see that you're getting engagements, they see that your pages are older than a year or two, it gives them a bit of calmness to know that you are legit. It also tells them your business hours, it tells them your address. There's also a place where you can put you have literally a website. Your products are there, your description on how much it is, and they can actually add to cart right in there without even saying a word to you. Your products are available to them to select or to ask you questions. It's very, very important that you take full advantage of that profile section that WhatsApp for Business has because in itself, it is already a sales rep for you if you arrange it well. Like I said, the bio gives you an opportunity to tell a customer straight, what do you do? If you open the bio for Adunni Organics, we go straight to the point. We manufacture this, we don't do bleaching, we have skin products, hair products, usable by all people, all ranges. It basically tells you exactly who we are so that you know what you're getting with us, no stories. We don't want you to talk too much or waste too much time in social media. So, it's just a space for you to sell yourself on the spot if you take advantage of it properly. Now, my favorite part of WhatsApp for Business is the status updates. I can never get tired of talking about the status updates for WhatsApp. A lot of the time, when you are bored, you are sitting somewhere, you're waiting for a meeting, you're in the bus, you are the boss. It's so easy to just open WhatsApp status and just scroll. Like it's something we all do. We don't even think about it. And because it doesn't eat a lot of your data, if you open Instagram, your data has gone. Let's not even talk about TikTok. I don't even know about Snapchat. I think I'm getting old because I don't even venture near Snapchat because I can't even figure it out. But WhatsApp is so like it's so easy. That status update. I know for a fact that in a day you can check your updates 2 or 3 times because that's how you keep in touch with the people on your phone. Now let's flip that. As a business owner, WhatsApp status is a very useful tool for you to stay top of mind in your customers' mindset. What we do as a business is we update status 8 a.m. in the morning, 2 p.m., 6 p.m., and 7 p.m. No, because the feed gets old. We ensure that we keep updating throughout the day so that we stay near the top of your feed. And what we have realized is as soon as we update status, somebody will ask a question. Somebody will say something. Somebody will remember you've opened a channel for conversation. And in commerce, conversation will always end up in bank alerts. It may not be today, it may be next week. But if you handle the conversation properly, it will always end up in bank alerts. So WhatsApp status is a very, very useful tool. Now, so that people don't get bored with your status, a quick tip. You don't just say, oh, I'm selling this phone, come and buy this phone. You can't just stuff. Share useful stuff. All these skits are available for you. Download it from TikTok. Don't go and take one silly skit or something that's relevant to your business. Post a skit, post a product, post a quote. If you know your customers are the type that like prayer, in the morning, start your day with a prayer for the day. Nigerians love prayers. They will answer you, amen, 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 amen. They've and the more they engage you with your status, the more your status shows at the top of their feed. Look, this thing is artificial intelligence. That's how social media works. The more your engagements, the more relevant you are to the people you are engaging. So get those amens, amens, amens. You just an ordinary hand like this. God bless your day. Nigerians will answer you. You are at the top of their feet. So by 2 p.m., by 12 noon, by the time you post the picture of that bag you are selling, or that new water treatment plant you just installed, they will see it again. Even if that person doesn't want to buy, they will sit down with somebody who needs what you are selling and they will remember. The goal is to be the brand they recall when they need your services. And WhatsApp status helps you to stay at the top of their mind. And it's so easy. Go on TikTok, download something funny. Take your phone, record yourself saying something interesting, the process of what you do. In the early days of Adunni Organics, when I was the only one doing all the production, I would just take a picture of soap that I just cut, a cream I just mixed, something basic, a 10-second video, because if it's even too long, they'll forget, they'll get bored. So just something interesting and catchy. I can even say I quarreled with my supplier today. That kind of thing, something that will make them focus on you for 10 seconds. Just take that 10 seconds from them. And imagine that 10 seconds today, next tomorrow, next week. One day, they will ask you a question. And that question, eventually, it will lead to new products, promotions, new services. When you have something juicy to share with your customers, remember that the people who see your status are not your cold audience. These are people who already have your number saved. They are a warm audience. They know you, they know what you do. So you talking to them is just furthering that conversation. So it's much easier to keep talking to these people that already know you. Maybe they're just trying to believe if you are genuine. By the time you show them a bit of your day-to-day activities, the customers like, oh, so this person has an office. Oh, wow, their production is this big. Oh, they have up to 3 staff. Are you serious? This person goes abroad to source her goods. The little things that speak trust, quality to a customer. It's so easy to showcase them on WhatsApp status. Very easy. Just allow people to trust you and build confidence in you. Show them your production area if you're a manufacturer. As a service provider, show them your staff meeting, how you people are organized. Show them where you keep files. Those little things that is a 5-second video. It goes a very long way in telling a customer that you are legitimate and that quality is important to you. When they think of whatever it is you offer, you will come to mind. Okay. So the last part, the 2 more points I'm going to talk about in marketing, broadcast messages. Now, broadcast messages help you to target specific people. This is what I recommend when I'm talking about broadcast messages. One of the things we do is we segment our customers into different groups. We have Ibadan customers, we have Abuja customers, Port Harcourt customers, multiple groups. We have our women between 40 and 45. We have our new mothers. We have different segments that are relevant to what we do as a brand. Now we have specific messages. We are not necessarily selling, but we are selling. Imagine that you have a group for new moms. These women don't know that there are 200 of them inside that group. They don't know. They are not interacting. Sorry, inside your broadcast list. I don't mean group. I meant to say broadcast list. Sorry. Groups are different from broadcast lists.
Right.
They don't know how many of them are on your broadcast list. But they've told you they are new moms. You've put them in your broadcast list. And every Friday evening, every Saturday morning, you just send them a tip that's relevant to new moms. You tell them something like, are you your third trimester of pregnancy? Do you want to prevent stretch marks? Try this. You're not necessarily flogging your products. What you are doing is you are telling them that you are their friend, that you care about their problems, that they can trust you, and you are building your brand in their minds. You are connecting with them. You are telling them you know what you are doing. You are telling them you understand their pain points. You are telling them you are my customer and I know your name. I know what you want. I know what you are going through. Nothing endears a customer to a brand more than that. And the broadcast section for WhatsApp is fantastic for making that happen. They don't know you are sending it to 200 people at a time. To them, oh my God, these people send me a message to say this and this to me. It is really, really lovely. So please, and you can create an unlimited number of broadcast lists. There's no limit to it. So segment your customers and send those messages every now and then. Just ensure that it is relevant to the person you are sending it to. And of course, it is on brand for you. You can target based on age, based on how much they spend, based on their location, based on what they do, gender. There's so many things based on the specific products they bought, based on the products you are trying to sell to them. There's so many ways you can segment your customers that will determine what type of message. And please keep it short. Then keep it very short, something that they will read in a few seconds and they've got your message. It can be a video, send it to them. Something quick just to deliver your message and achieve what you want to achieve. Now we move to groups. Groups are good for funneling. Now, for people who do things like lead generation, people selling real estate, people selling educational materials, groups are very useful. Once you do your ads or once you share your flyers, you can put people into different groups depending on what point in your funnel they are. People who just heard about you and are still making inquiries, keep them in a group. People who you see that they are taking interest little by little, put them in a group. People who have used your service before, put them in a group. People who you haven't heard from in a while, put them in a group. And every few days, every week, do a session. Small webinar. Webinar is webinar. Is internet-based seminar. It can be your WhatsApp. It doesn't have to be anything dramatic. And just deliver a short message that is relevant to them where they are. You're establishing yourself as a master of your craft, as an authority in your industry, and you're building that trust. You're building your brand promise in a customer's mindset. You are telling them that you know who you are, you know what you are doing, so that whenever they think of that thing that you are trying to sell, it is your name that will come up. Become their mentor. Become their mentor just by delivering short sessions. This is what we do. I just thought about this. I was driving through something the other day. This thing came into my mind. I thought I should share it with you guys. This and this and this and this and this. Now you make sure that one of your staff, there's somebody in your business apart from you who is in all those groups with you, so that they can attend to people and answer their questions quick. You will now see the people within those groups that have ITK. ITK customers can be very the group. Let them help you to moderate the group. Let them help you keep the ball rolling. The people that send irrelevant nonsense every day, they can be managed too. Just talk to them and try to make sure that what they send becomes relevant to the group. Those are the people that keep the group lively. Find a way to work with everybody's strengths to keep your group going. Those are the people that immediately you have a new product or a promo, they will pick it rush because every day, every week, they hear from you. So groups are very, very useful for that. Now we come to the sales end of WhatsApp. The first thing is the autoresponder. Please make sure that you switch on your autoresponder. Do not leave it on the template that WhatsApp has given. Edit it to be relevant to what you do. The autoresponder for our sales line at Adunni Organics says, hello, thank you for your interest in our skin and hair care products. Please note we don't do whitening and bleaching. Tell us your name and where you are buzzing from. This prompts a response from a customer and it tells us their name and where they are buzzing from. So immediately we save the person's details, first of all. So you buy, you did not buy, we've saved your number. That number that we've saved, first of all, Olumide is going to use it in her retargeting ads on Facebook. First. Second, we know where to segment you in our customer funnel, and we know where to place you. Are we passing you to a distributor? Are you an international customer? We already know where to put you, who is dealing with you. Then what we even used to do before we'll save, so instead of Shade Thomas, we will save Shade Thomas, Lagos Island. We will save Beatrice, Yola. So the next time we're chatting with you, oh, hello, ma, how are you? By the time you tell the customer, oh, yes, now you're in Lagos Island, it makes them feel special that you know where they stay. At over 16,000 customers, I know my customers because I have these small things in place that helps me recall. This is my tiny brain. How many things can it hold? But I have little tips and tricks in place to help me. So I know my customers. So now that we started working, once they tell me a name, I'm like, oh, I know you. I remember you always buy this, you do this. And it makes them feel so wonderful. I've never seen such a thing in my life. They feel so good. Some people will blush. Everybody wants to feel relevant and important, and it starts with knowing their name. It starts with knowing their name. So it's very, very important that your autoresponder captures that. So even if that person doesn't buy that day, you save their name. The day they come back, imagine you say hello to a brand, and the brand says, oh, hello, Titi, how are you today? Ha! You feel like, how? Meanwhile, you've forgotten that sometime in April, you buzz them and you gave them your name, but then they took it and they wrote it down immediately. It makes a big difference. And remember, data. We live in the age of data. So who has data is in front of the game. Now, another thing is, please make sure that the autoresponder, as soon as you see it, you answer them after that and you chat with them. Another useful tool is the quick replies. WhatsApp for Business allows you to have up to 50 quick replies. That is an easy way to do FAQ. Again, I will use my business as an example. The questions we get repeatedly, how much is delivery to so-and-so area? The delivery to the different regions we have, they are saved as quick replies. So / Southwest, it will tell the customer. Now, it will not just say delivery is 2,000 naira. No. I still had a quarrel with one of my staff about this yesterday. She didn't use the quick reply. A customer asked how much is the no, when will I get it? And she typed manually. She said delivery takes 2 to 3 days. This was sometime last week. So her order in 2 to 3 days because she ordered on Friday. So I got very upset because I knew immediately that the person who attended to her did not use the correct quick response. Our quick response for Southwest delivery says your order delivery to your doorstep costs 2,000 naira. It takes 3 to 7 working days after dispatch. Dispatch happens 1 business day after your order is placed. This is very different from your order will be delivered in 2 to 3 days. Very, very different. Number one, it has told the customer is delivery to their doorstep. It has told the customer exactly how much delivery will cost. It has told them it takes so and so days after dispatch. That dispatch is different from delivery. Now, you can sit down in your office and assume that a customer understands the difference between dispatch and delivery because it's what you do every day. That's not what the customer does every day. You cannot expect them to understand the difference. The average person hears dispatch, they think that means that's the day they will get it. And they will hold you responsible for not giving them that information. Now, instead of killing yourself and typing it over and over, Type it as a quick response, leave it there, let your staff learn it, and use the right one at the right time. We have different ones that give you a detailed response. So you know what to expect, and there are no surprises, and people don't get upset. Use it. There's no limit to how much, I think there's no limit to how much you can type in a quick response. It's just you can only use 50 if you're on WhatsApp for business. So instead of typing and typing and typing, and then you give to your staff, and you know all these Gen Z people that their own English, you don't want a Gen Z to carry your sales phone. I'm sorry if there's any Gen Z here, it's not personal. You don't want them to carry your sales phone and start typing that their grammar, the way they type their English. You need to, show a corporate and professional front. So please sit down, type your thing yourself, and save, and give at which time. It allows you to answer your customers appropriately. It allows you to answer your customers quickly. And that way, your salespeople can attend to customers whether you are there or not, because everybody knows which response to give to what question. It's a very useful tool. I think I mentioned the catalog earlier, where
No,
customers can just go into your catalog. Okay, the catalog is the part of the
no,
profile
not
that
yet.
shows those pictures of what you are selling. The catalog helps you to cut a lot of English. If you're running e-commerce and you have a wide range of customers or you get lots of leads, you will type and type and type until you lose your voice. I'm not even joking, you will be tired. But once you say, okay, this phone, these are the specs of this phone, this is the name, this is the capacity, put the full details and put like 5 pictures. That way, once you just send the catalog to the customer and say, please click on this, they will see everything. You don't have to start typing and typing and typing over and over again. Take clear, crisp, detailed pictures. Take pictures of the features. For example, if I want to sell this phone, I won't just take a picture like this. I will zoom into this part to show this lovely camera. I will show the writing on the camera. I will show the writing. I will show the name of the brand. I will show you this place that charger will enter. I will show you those details. The way Oyinbos do it on their website, there's a reason for those things. So by the time the customer sees all those things, you've done 80% of the work.
Hmm.
And so maybe they just have 1 or 2 questions like, when will I get it? What's the difference between this and this? You've told them everything and you don't need to, because in the process of saying over, the way you say today is different from the way you say tomorrow. And these days, more and more people want detail in making their purchase because there's so many options available. There's nothing you want to buy in this world today now. There's so many different options. By paying that attention to detail, it helps you stand out from the crowd. And you can do it without killing yourself. If you want to be typing each time, you will get tired and you'll not be able to do it. But the catalog helps to give product detail in a very clean and crisp manner. And then you see customers saying, those people, they're so cool. Everything about them is just on point, is automatic because you've taken the time to lay it out for them. I'm also going to talk about instant media share. Now, when a customer pays you, there was a day I was on Facebook. I spent a lot of time on Facebook. And somebody, one of their influencers, asked a question about, okay, you're chatting with 2 customers. One customer just paid you now. Then another customer is asking you a question. And so the customer just paid you now. And another customer is asking you a question that hasn't paid. Which of them do you attend to first? And a lot of people, most people said they will attend to the new customer because already the customer that has paid, he don't enter. I went there and vehemently disagreed. And this thing for me, it's an integrity issue, but it's also a personal one. For me, if you have paid me money for a product or service and I have not delivered, I owe you. I'm a debtor. That's the way I see it. So yes, I want that second person to come in and pay. But for the person whose money I have collected, I owe it to the person to put their mind at rest and let them know that I'm in the process of making your order get to you. I'm doing what you want. I will never receive payment from a customer and then leave them alone. It is a horrible thing. I mean, in this Lagos where everybody knows somebody that has been scammed or will be, it makes the customer a bit nervous. It's really not nice. It feels like you're just after the money. As soon as you collect that, so let your customers know, send you the account number. And in that quick response, please pay to so and so account. Please send a screenshot of your debit alert or your bank generated receipts as proof of payment. So the customer sees that immediately. So nobody is sending my sales rep to go and confirm payment. We've asked you to send us proof of payment. As soon as they send proof of payment, immediately we send another quick response that says, thank you for your payment. Your order is going to be processed in 1 business day. We will send you updates on your registered phone and email address. I think if, that has made you feel, yes, all is well, they won't run. Because I kid you not, you will have customers by 7 a.m. the next day, they're already saying they paid for the soap 6 p.m. yesterday. 7 a.m. they're already, where's the soap? Where is the soap? Where are you? Because people are so afraid. But the minute a customer comes into you the first time, they get all those updates smoothly and the product gets delivered to them. By the time they do it the second time, by the third time, see, they will even pay you and they'll tell you, wait, I'm coming. I want the product later, because by that time, their confidence in you is high. And the only way to build trust and confidence, the surest way, is communication. So you have to use all these tools. And WhatsApp is such a calm atmosphere for communication. If you use all these tools, your customer will open their purse for you to put your hand inside and collect their money. Now, customer support is, I think, the last thing I'm going to say. Customer support, because we've marketed our product, we've sold it to them, we've explained to them, we've told them how it works, how long it will take, but there will always be issues. It didn't come on time. The carton was this. My this is that. My that is that. So we always have to give after sales support. And still, again, going on what I said about when a customer has given you money, you are a debtor until you have fully delivered the service. Number one, a very important tool in support is starred messages. Even regular WhatsApp allows you to star messages, and I think there's no limit to how many you can star. So as a seller, it's important you star the customer's address. Any issues they have along the way, you star it. Now, what this does for is, imagine you're chatting with 10, 15, 20 people, not even out of 100, 1,000 people. You can't remember every last detail about them. Yes, you save their name and their location, all well and good. But every, customer has their peculiarities. When you open a chat, the first thing you should do is, first of all, go to the last chat, refresh your memory. So you have an idea, is this a happy customer? Did we offend this person? Did we delay their delivery? Are they happy with us? So if it's a happy customer, you can buga in the chat. If it's a customer that you offended last time, you'll be very, very humble as you're chatting with them. Now you read the start messages, you know their address, you know that, oh, okay, maybe the last time they used this product, there was an issue. We helped them to resolve it. They expressed concerns. They praised us. They gave us a review. It just basically gives you a backstory. It sets the environment for this current chat. So you know how to behave and how to manage the customer's mood and emotions, because that goes a long way in helping you to clinch the next sale. Now we use labels a lot. Another tool that I really love in WhatsApp for business. You can label different chats. I think you can create up to 50 labels, or maybe it's unlimited. I'm not sure. We have so many. I don't think there's a limit to how many labels you can create. So because we send out deliveries every day, Monday to Friday, we label our chats Monday order, Tuesday order, Wednesday order, blah, 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 blah. Number one, on Monday morning, so as you take your orders, you label it for the day it's going to be sent out. That's what we do. So on the morning of the day it's supposed to be sent out, you just select Monday label chats, and all the chats, you can send them a bulk message. Your order is being processed, you get a dispatch update shortly. And that allows us to get in touch with all of them at once, instead of having to type to everybody. By the time you're typing that to 20, 30 customers, there's no way you will miss two. Or you send to somebody that's not part of them, or somebody else, different. But when you label your orders like that, it organizes your customers. So we group them like that: order status, payment status, delivery status. We have label for angry customer. We have label for very important customer. We have different labels, and we know what they mean in-house. So as soon as we see a chart and a label, we know how the customer is, and we know how to proceed moving forward. Now, another interesting tool we use WhatsApp for is we have a group called Team Adunni. Because I have different sales staff and distributors all over the world, as I am like this my brand is in the UK, is in 3 states in the US, is in Canada, is in Australia. Only me, this one. Oh. We're in Lagos, we're in Abuja, we're in Port Harcourt. We are going to Ghana very soon. Only me, this one. Let me call you back. Only me, this one. So in all those locations, I have to be able to manage them. And we do this with WhatsApp groups. WhatsApp groups allow all the team leaders to collaborate within a group. So we send messages. When we're chatting with our customers, immediately you see somebody that will say, please, who knows what's going on with Mrs. Zara? And somebody will answer, oh, this. Who knows the definition of this? Who knows what this is? So we quickly had a quick meeting behind closed doors. So we'll not disgrace ourselves in front of the customer. Now, because obviously I'm the creator of the brand, I know everything. I'm the owner now. But I cannot be everywhere at once. So I say anything I have to say, I say it in the group. You see how I answered somebody last week. You see how I answered somebody. You see how another person answered somebody. You see what we decided. No, let's quickly use this for this lady. This is what she. And you collaborate like that in real time with all your team members so that you are all saying the same thing at the same time to all your customers. So that you as the CEO are not tied down dealing with customers. You cannot afford to be the one dealing with customers at a point in your business. If not, the business will not really grow the way you want. You have to have leaders, you have to have people doing it, and you have to have a way to ensure that the ball keeps rolling. And these groups help you to do that. So the last thing I'm going to talk about is quick tips for WhatsApp. I always talk about emojis. Emojis are those smileys. You know, text can be very impersonal. There's a way you can type to somebody and the person will feel like you're being standoffish or something, especially if your grammar is plenty like mine. Like me, I can blow grammar. And what I realized over time is that customers tend to feel like I'm being, standoffish. One of my staff I just noticed she used to put emojis in all her chats. And I thought it was a very good idea. So we started implementing it maybe 5, 6 years ago. And it really sets the mood, the tone for what you're trying to say. There's a way you can even say something that would ordinarily seem rude. But because you put a smiley or you put I love you inside, it's, calms the customer down and makes them feel great. Another thing is contact reports. As much as possible, we avoid phone calls with customers. We prefer voice notes. Where we have to make a phone call, immediately we send a message, which is a contact report on WhatsApp saying, oh, hello, ma'am, just following our phone call earlier, please confirm that you agreed that we should change your delivery address from VI to Lekki Phase 1. Because a person can deny that a phone call happened. They cannot deny something that happened in text. And it's very important to have evidence of dealings with customers to avoid issues. Like I had said before, jumping on the current one, it is so important. In a situation where you are dealing with large volume of customers, you have to, or you can't, keep so much information in your head. I mean, customer service is just one part of what you do. It's not even the main work. So reading the last chart refreshes your mind. You may not even have been the one who attended to that customer. So it just gives you a good picture of what's going on with that customer and it helps you to know how to proceed. I hope I've done justice to this topic. That's all
You
I
have
have for
done
this
more than
evening.
justice. I mean, while you were speaking, I was thinking this is just a masterclass on its own. This is a WhatsApp masterclass you just gave us. Thank you very much. Can we all please put our hands together? I know we can't clap. I mean, but just drop an emoji in the chat box to say thank you to Ms. Gbadebo for such a wonderful session. Thank you, Dr. Peter. Please, let's put our hands together for her. I mean, I'm not surprised. When you ask a debate convinced by the time she's done, this is like a full-time job, what you've just said. This, mastering WhatsApp, using WhatsApp business, it's a lot. You have to be invested in it. You have to understand it. And, WhatsApp is such a dynamic brand. They keep making changes, updating. So you have to keep finding your way around this. So I was wondering, I know you mentioned it when you talked about delegation, but then it seems like a part of you, a lot has to be invested on the part of the CEO as well. So I wanted to also talk about how you can then juggle that with, you know, the other side of
I battle with on a daily basis. Because I'm not you is even the nice part of what I do. I'm a manufacturer. I'm in charge of procurement. I'm always fighting supplier, looking for shea butter, looking for cocoa butter, looking for dollar. Then I quarrel with my production guys in here, packaging, printers are always disappoint. But the truth is, there are two things. It's prioritizing. Number one for me every morning when I get to this office is orders must go out first. Whatever anybody needs to do, stand on your head. The orders that came in yesterday, they must go out today first. Then my second priority is chatting with customers. My people know. I have to be dead, and I'm not even exaggerating. I have to be dead for customer chats to go unanswered. I have 3 people in the office who deal with customers. I have 2 people who do it for us remotely. All they do round the clock is chat with customers. The only thing is between 9 p.m. and 8 a.m., you may not get a response so quickly. But anytime outside of that time, you will get a response because we are selling to those people. They keep us in business. So it's a high priority. And because my people know I don't play with it, they also don't play with it. So what I do is random checks. And it's very beautiful now. You can have one WhatsApp line on 4 phones, 4 devices. You can also have it on your laptop. So all the chats, I see them now. We even use a software that's a WhatsApp API. We don't even use regular WhatsApp for business anymore. So real time, I'm seeing the chats. I can take over a chat. I can give a chat to another person because how you talk to the customer is just as important as the product the customer is buying. If the product is great, if the customer is not attended to very well, you have a problem on your hands. So because customer service is so vital to us as a brand, I prioritize it. So my people have no choice but to just help me to, maybe they grumble at my back, I don't know. But they don't joke with those chats. You have to answer customers correctly. I say 2 things. I say efficiency. The definition of efficiency is speed and accuracy. So you answer them quickly and you answer them correctly. Those 2 things you must carry. I don't know how you do it, but that's the work we are doing. So it's about priority. So if for any reason I am not available, as soon as I sit down and I clear what's in front of me, I'm opening my phone to look through those chats. I wake up in the middle of the night to go through the chats because that WhatsApp line is my shop. So I can't play with it. So for me, it's a real big priority. But again, you delegate. I want the people you delegated to know that
Thank you. Thank you very much for that answer. So if you have any question or any comments based off of what we have been discussing so far, we've been talking about how essentially CEOs can optimize WhatsApp business, to promote their brands and to, get the best out of it. I think that WhatsApp has gone ahead. They just think ahead and they're just, creating platforms within the WhatsApp platform. I know there's even one now that you can connect to Facebook. When you post a status, you can connect it so your Facebook audience can see. So some people say, I don't do Facebook, I don't like Facebook, but then WhatsApp came to you to say, okay, even if you don't want to do Facebook, we're going to come to you and, put it out there. So it just suggests that as a CEO, as a business owner out there, but I was also wondering when you talked about, status updates. I like what you shared about the groups, WhatsApp groups. when you create groups and then you have BCs, I beg your pardon, broadcast messages. Yeah.
Yes.
So when you share messages that are short, relevant, and that are helpful, to the people. So you've already done your categorization to say, okay, this particular group, this is what they need, and all of that. So I think that's very, important. But I was going to talk about the WhatsApp I know you said that you post, if I'm correct. Now, how of us, I don't know if I'm speaking for everybody. It is a general, issue. But sometimes when you view the first 3 posts, you just zoom to the next, you just slide to the next person. So like, how many is ideal? How many, like, you have a wide range of products and you want to post like everything. So like, how many is ideal, to catch the attention of the viewer? Is it just like 1 or 2? Because we know some people will just post, they call it sewing machine post, where you just have I need to view that.
This is another brilliant question.
What would you say, in regards to that?
This is another brilliant question. So with my marketing knowledge, my experience, just from what you've said, because for me as a salesperson, give the customer what they want. Just like you said, people's attention span is not that long. So it's 1 picture per post for me, or 1 video per post. Each time I post, I'm not going to post a bunch of things, except I'm trying to tell a story, and I'm quite sure that that thread is very interesting, that will keep their attention. But per post, it's 1 picture. Remember that we're posting multiple times during the day. So there's no need to stress, because they will only look at the first. I'm even shocked that you're saying you look at 5. I won't look at more than 2 or 3 pictures, except it's maybe an event and I really want to see the pictures, or something that, okay, I'm particularly interested in. So I would recommend that, you just post 1 image or video per post, at the most 3. Nobody's really going to pay attention to your post beyond that. And if they're too long, people will kind of just add that one with the, like you said, sewing machine, they will just learn to ignore. So keep it short and sweet. Short and sweet is always the way to go with marketing.
Okay, thank you. Annabelle, you have a question. Please go ahead. Please unmute yourself and ask your question. Annabelle, are you there? So if you have a question or a comment, ask away right now. Someone is saying, well done, Olumide. I enjoyed the session. You added great value. I couldn't agree more. You added great value. I was particularly looking forward to, learning from this, because I feel like WhatsApp is just very, effective. Okay, let's take a question from Dr. Peter. Please go ahead and ask your question or make your comment. Dr. Peter, I have the floor.
Yeah, great. Thank you, Olumide, for the wonderful session.
Thank you.
First, I must confirm that my wife is a generous person. She's sitting here listening, to you, and she has said, this lady is pretty. So I can say this because my wife is here. And maybe she has forgotten.
Thank you very much, ma'am.
You're in the beauty business, so you take good care of yourself.
Thank you very much, ma'am.
So you send us complimentary creams, really. Yeah, so I work with teachers, over 600,000 of them at the moment, and we have got several WhatsApp groups ranging thousands of having minimum of 1,000 each group. Now we tried letting people chat, but discovered that it was very difficult to manage. You need so many people to be able to monitor what everybody's saying, because it's an open thing. People come from all over the world to come and get involved in what we're saying, and these people with Ponzi schemes also penetrate the place and post all kinds of nonsense. So I was glad to hear you talk about appointing, like class captains and that kind of thing. So how can you throw more light on that? Because it's sounding interesting. I'm thinking of opening the chat box again so that people can actually interact. They are complaining that we just lock the place. We are the only ones talking. and they can't communicate with us. But when we have tried letting people talk, the 419 guys regularly post Ponzi schemes, which can make people lose money. So the challenge we have is, how do we ensure people don't lose money through our platform, while at the same time also ensuring that our clients talk to us?
Okay, so thank you very much. That's a very good question. It's a realistic question. Off the top of my head, what is coming to my mind is appoint class captains, but in a scenario like yours that you've just described, are you able to actually hire people and give them payment? It may not be anything expensive. I would say look for young kids. When I say young kids, early 20s, fresh graduates. So they work for you remotely as your monitors for your group, and they work in shifts. You can have 2 or 3 of them. They work in shifts, daytime, nighttime, you break it down like that so that somebody is always in the group. You know how we have all these groups and sometimes they are muted. Whoever is in charge of the group at a particular time cannot mute the group, so that as soon as something comes in, they delete it. So you give admin responsibilities to these monitors, and you make sure that they shoot down anything immediately it comes in. And that way, then you can also have a specific way in which you send your messages as admins. You know how these notable politicians have people handling their Twitter accounts, but when it is the specific person, they will write their initials or they write a certain way. So that way your people begin to recognize when a message is coming from you directly. But I think it's the monitors, you need to have paid monitors because it's a real fear, it's a real concern. So you need to have paid monitors who can be available around the clock, who can do a sweep of the group when necessary. That would be my suggestion.
Many thanks.
All right, thank you. I hope that answers your question, Dr. Peter.
Yes, yes, it does.
Okay, so we'll take more questions now before we take closing thoughts. I think that it's been a very insightful session. I mean, Mr. Olumide has just answered a lot of the questions. It's like she peeped into my notes. I mean, I was about to ask this question and then she would, speak about it. And Annabelle, are you there? Annabelle's hand is raised. You have a question. Are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
All right, please go ahead.
Okay, so I'm into real estate, and Mrs. Olumide said something about posting on WhatsApp and how your WhatsApp contacts are already people you know. And my Instagram, I do post on my Instagram to try and see if I can get clients and all that, but I haven't really gotten clients, and I also use my Twitter. So I'm trying to see how exactly am I supposed to reach a broader, how am I supposed to go about reaching a broader outreach and getting people that aren't my friends on my WhatsApp so that they can patronize and all that? Because I heard you're into skincare, and I know skincare also, you have to like get your clients' trust and all that, but I can't exactly get my clients' trust until they've seen the land or they've seen the house and things like that.
Okay, thank you for your question. So the first thing I would say is you need to get a separate line that's different from your personal one. You can put your personal contacts on it because anybody can be your customer. That's number one. You need to be open to running ads. Ads work. 100% of my customer base is from Facebook and Instagram ads. I run ads constantly. At the moment, the ad budget for Adunni Organics is 750,000 naira a month. That is how important ads are to us as a business. Ads work. Full stop. So if you want to generate leads, begin to run ads. And if you hear me saying 750K a month, it sounds like a huge number, but I've been doing this for 9 years. In the beginning, maybe 20K a month was what I was spending. So you need to run ads. And yes, 20K a month can do something for you. It can. So you need to get familiar with social media ads and run ads. Ads will bring you leads. Now, be careful with, be crafty, smart about the type of ads you run. And for what you do, I would suggest specifically lead generation ads where they drop their name and their number. As soon as they drop it, you save it and you add them to your funnel. That's number one. So when they come into, so they click to it and they come into your WhatsApp line immediately. So make sure that your ads click to your WhatsApp line or to a sales page. But I think WhatsApp is easier for you, will be better. It's more personal and people will feel more comfortable with it. So as soon as they click on your ads, they come into WhatsApp. And then your ads, you know, you need to maybe find a professional who can help you craft it. Don't be too pushy about what you're selling. Look for interesting ways. There are a lot of these videos of beautiful ladies. You will not know whether it's the lady they're advertising or the house. Do one of those videos, dress to kill, wear something expensive looking, wear a beautiful wig, do your nails, look solid, come down from a jeep. Let them record you going into that fine 7-bedroom luxury mansion with a pool and fireside. All that drama, do it in a 15-second video. Now, you're not showing off the house. What you're doing in that house is you're going to the poolside to sit down with your latest client who is telling his brother that, oh, you are the one that helped him to buy that house. Simple. What you're doing with that ad is you're letting people know it's not come and buy a house. It is I sell expensive houses to people. If it is medium income houses you sell, craft that message, telling people this is not, oh, come and support my business. No, I'm the master of my craft. If this is the type of house you are looking for, I have it. It is what I do. I sell it. Record a clean, crisp video. If you are talking to Gen Zs, I know a bunch of people, what they do is sell real estate to Gen Zs, speak their language, use a soundtrack of one of the hot songs that's in vogue. If you are talking to women about, as a woman, you should be a property owner, craft your message specifically for the type of person you are talking to. A 15-second video, run it as an ad. I assure you, you can't run that ad for more than 2-3 weeks. You will be tired of the inquiries you will get on WhatsApp. Now, as they're coming into your WhatsApp, put them in different groups. Create your broadcast channels. Now, take advantage of your status update. When you go to inspect land, record it and post it. When you give somebody their certificate or something, record it and post it. When there's a new update, Governor Sanwo-Olu said something about land in this area, post it. Post things that show people the reality of who you are and what you do that will make them trust you. Give them info. This area is what's selling now. This area is a good investment. So the land there is cheap. In 5 years, it's going to be like this. You know, those buzzwords, post it as your status to let people know you are legit and let them ask you questions. Sales will follow. Like I said, and I never get tired of saying it, every question a customer asks you on WhatsApp, it ends up in a sale. It always does. I hope I captured everything in that answer.
Thank you very much, Ms. Olumide. I don't know if you have more questions or comments at this point.
Well, good evening, everyone.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Hello.
Hello, can you hear me?
I can hear both of you.
Okay.
So we can hear you clearly.
Good evening, everyone. Once again, let me say thank you for everyone who has been on this conversation tonight. It's been interesting having every one of us, and most importantly, Olumide for being here to give us this brilliant information, just to help our businesses and also to gain more customers, to make more profits in our businesses and things like that. And that is the reason why we have her here tonight. It's been an interesting time having her. And let me just ask this question. If you give this service to organizations who want to really build a customer service department, for example, some of this software that you are using, I do understand that it's so much more than what you've given us tonight. So there could be organizations who want to use it to enhance their customer service department. Oh, you mentioned that you can use one number to drive different conversation at a time, which means that people are responding to those information at different times. So do you render this service to organizations?
No, I don't. But I can introduce you to the guys who own the software that I use. I have been thinking of getting somebody, a tech person, to create a Nigerian version, but I don't know. maybe not. If there's interest